in terms of their product attractiveness for customers. But 5 years ago, were we saying that they were never ever going to do it? So people doubted them too much, and they outperformed low expectations. And therefore, could we be underestimating them again? Like, is their track record good in terms of innovation, albeit from a very low base?
But honestly, I've never. That's my personal experience. Okay, so
Sure.
do not generalize that too much. I've never seen, underperformance in terms of delivery of people. But here's the thing: railroad is probably the most conservative industry in the world, and I'm wasting my words. So, to change a signaling thing, you need 20 years. But for example, the positive train control, okay, that right now there are people, they have federal deadline by end of the year. I would like to spend a bit of time on positive train control because this is an important thing for you.
Sure.
This positive train control has been made mandatory after the Metrolink accident in 2008. Okay.
Yeah.
But positive train control is a 15 years. It's seen as, that's a brand new thing. It's a 15 years old technology.
Yeah.
It's not recent technology. So in terms of performance, honestly, I have not seen any kind of issues on that. Remember, those products, the real problem is you have a product like that. It's less the development of the product, because this is an industrial product that it's a bit standalone, so it's not sometimes a very so complex system. It's not really the development of product who could be an issue. It could be the integration on that product, on your locomotive, on your train. The risk is on the integration side, less than on the development side.
Yeah. Understood. Okay. So we've talked about CRRC. We've talked about barriers to entry. We've talked about the prospect for some recovery. On PTC, obviously you talked about kind of how long term. In terms of the market scope from here, obviously there's still some more of the initial CapEx wave, but how big do you think the replacement market, how big a revenue line could this be on an ongoing basis?
Yeah, I saw your question. I was a bit surprised by it, to be transparent with you, because let me be blunt with you. There is no such thing as PTC aftermarket. Yeah. Let me give you a very precise example. Okay, Paul Skoutelas is the president of AFTA. Okay, he's representing the entire mass transit industry in US. Paul Skoutelas 10 days ago got a hearing, and it's online. You can find it easily. Got a hearing in front of the House of Representatives Subcommittee for Transportation. Yeah. He was dedicated to positive train control implementation in US. Why this hearing? Let me tell you why. Because there is a federal deadline by the end of 2018, and some people will ask for extension up to 2020 because they are super late. So basically, he starts to pave the way for another extension. I'm not sure he's going to succeed, but that's basically what's behind, and also to ask for more grants. So to drop you some figures from his interview, that's a very interesting interview. They estimated the total spending to implement PTC in mass transit, I'm not talking about freight, only mass transit in US, as $4 billion. And they estimate the aftermarket spending for the entire industry between, I've done the PTC, it's between 80 to $130 million for the entire PTC. But remember, PTC is wayside, communication, and on board. So only a fraction of that amount will go to the onboard aftermarket. You will have aftermarket because, for example, a wayside, you have wayside tower, hit by a thunderstrike, you're going to have to replace it. Okay, you have to do an overhaul. You're going to have to replace it. So you're going to have this, but the aftermarket by itself is going to be For me, it's going to be limited, and that's the number from the